So if you're sitting there right now trying to figure out which of the three are you that you're missing, ask yourself some questions. Am I still blaming? Am I still, when I think about that person or that thing, am I still saying they did this to me, they did that to me? Am I still blaming, or am I owning, you know what, I have to know my worth. I have to know what I deserve. I have to know that, when a person says certain things, I get to walk away. I don't get to sit in things. If somebody put their hands on me, that is the moment that door is shut instantly, and I never walk back in again. If somebody, verbally abuses me, then I have to know my worth enough to walk away from that, right? So you have to ask yourself these questions, right? Am I too loud on the inside to hear what God is saying? Am I hearing everything that's scrolling on Instagram, or everything that I listen to, or all these people opinions? These people are just on the mic, just with hot air, straight up. Are you listening to them because they agree with your standpoint? Are you just listening to things that you agree with, or are you listening to things that are opening you up, right? So am I quiet enough to hear what God is saying? Am I going to my friends and family and social media, or even chat GPT, before I go to the Lord? Okay. Am I waiting for a calm season that's never going to come? So what do I mean by that? So I'm not saying that life is always chaotic. No, that's absolutely not it. And even when I'm happy and joyous, there's still things going on. So I still have to keep going and building. Okay, that's what I mean by that. Whichever one you land on, between, the ownership, alignment, and consistency, you have to think about that, right? And that's the one that you get to start to work on again. Okay. Ownership, alignment, and consistency is the whole builder's mindset. Those are the three things, okay? And none of these three things come naturally. Don't sit here and beat yourself. I'm so tired of people acting like people are supposed to know something. If common sense was common, everybody would have common sense. It's not the truth. We all have to learn. You have to learn. It's okay. Just like when you had to go to school, you had to learn how to read. You had to learn how to write. It's the same thing in this. Give yourself some grace. Ownership feels like an accusation until you sit with it long enough to see it is actually an invitation. It's an invitation to get to know yourself, know what you love, know what you don't like. It's an invitation to you. Know what are your non-negotiables in friendships? What are your non-negotiables in business? What are your values? What do you stand for? That's what that's going to help you do. And the more you own your life, the less people are going to be able to come in and cause chaos. Okay. Alignment feels impossible when your mind is replaying the old conversation over and over again. So you got to practice getting quiet. I had to practice meditation. First time I started doing it, child, everything was running. I was like, oh God. And then I'm like anxious. So I was like, oh, I got to get out of this. But after a while, I learned to sit with it and just keep going a little bit every day. You may start with a minute today, set your timer. You may start with 2 minutes next week, then 5 minutes. Then you'll get to 10 and 15 and 20 and 30. I know people who can meditate for hours, okay? Now, I'm not your girl with that. I used to be able to do it, but not anymore. And if I wanted to go back to it again, it would be a practice, okay? It's just something that I'm not interested in this point in my life, sitting that long, okay? I believe in getting quiet, but 3, 4, 5 hours, I got stuff, mama building, okay? So it's gonna feel like that because again, you got to practice, right? And you'll get a little bit better each time. And consistency feels unfair, especially when you like everybody out here living their best life. You turn on social media, people here, there, everywhere, people doing this and doing that, and you like, oh my God, here I am. I'm staying consistent. I'm sacrificing for my dream, right? And you look and you think people are in the calm weather, and you over here building in this storm. I tell you, beginning, I'm like, I'm boohooing and crying every day. Jesus, what's up with this? I turn it on Instagram and people doing the same thing I'm doing. They just flourishing all over the place, right?